presents the National Hockey League. Tonight, live from the Capitol Center, it's the Washington Capitals against the Hartford Whalers. Capitals game coverage on HTS is brought to you by cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft, cold filtered for the real draft taste, so get out of the old and into the cold. By Hardee's, where you'll find all kinds of good stuff. And by Subaru. We built our reputation by building a better car. By Texaco System 3 gasoline. Try System 3 because all gasolines are not the same. And by Chevrolet. Experience for yourself why more people are winning with the heartbeat of America. Speaking of winning, the Capitals come home after a brief road trip. They both in Winnipeg 2-1. 5 trip. They won them both in Winnipeg 2-1. 5-3, a come-from-behind win over the Edmonton Oilers. Tonight, unbeaten in their last 5, they face the Hartford Whalers, struggling as they are now winless in their last 9 games. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Rimmer, your play-by-play voice of Washington Capitals hockey here on HTS, along with Craig Laughlin. And Craig, the Capitals tonight with the Devils off have a chance to move into sole possession of 4th place in the Patrick Division of the NHL. The Caps know the importance of tonight's game.
Well, they certainly do, Jeff, and it's not going to be an easy task. The Whalers, winless in 9, as you said, they're going to have to come out fired up. The Whalers are desperate to get a win under their belts, and Ricky Lee, their coach, has got them gunning tonight and got them prepared to play a big game against the Capitals.
Well, what do we look for tonight? Caps coach Terry Murray is standing by downstairs with our Al Koken. Let's get a preview of the game now. Al?
Okay, thank you, Jeff. With Capitals coach Terry Murray. Terry, you got what you wanted accomplished on the road trip. Right now, the Capitals control their own destiny. It's a very emotional lift from that road trip. How do you keep that lift, though, going tonight? It's tough sometimes when you come back from that road trip for the first game back.
No, it really is, Al. And I think the toughest battle we're going to have tonight is the mental battle alone. You know, as you just mentioned, coming back off the road trip, historically, it's always the toughest game to get that first one under the belt right away. And, you know, we want to take advantage of the 2 wins that we had, and the only way we can do that is by coming out tonight and getting another 2 points at home.
Who do you take out of the lineup? You finally got people healthy. Dale Hunter comes back from suspension, but you got great performances from your 3rd and 4th line guys, generally the guys who kind of get bumped in and out of the lineup. This has got to be a tough decision, maybe one of the toughest all year.
It is. I haven't really had to make this decision all year long because we've been hit with the injuries very heavily all year long. And what I'm going to do tonight, Al, is take Jeff Greenlaw out of the lineup. I'm going to take Peter Bondra out of the lineup. Hunter's going back in. He's going to be between me and Steve Leach, and hopefully I can get a good level of play from Dale. I want to get him to have success right away so that he can carry us right through into the home stretch here.
All right, Terry, good luck tonight against Hartford.
Thank you.
Capitals coach Terry Murray. Let's go back upstairs now for more pregame activity with Jeff and Craig.
Thanks, Al. Well, with the Whalers in town, there's a former member of the Patrick Division's New Jersey Devils in the lineup tonight, Pat Verbeek, who scored some big goals against Washington.
And he's a good player for the Hartford Whalers. He's a feisty guy. He's only 5'9", but he gets involved. 39 goals on the year. He's a key on the power play. He's got a great slap shot. Goaltender Don Beaupre's gonna have to be prepared for him. And a centerman we've got to watch is John Cullen, coming over in that big trade. 6th in the NHL in scoring. He's a key guy. He's a nifty forward, likes to stick his nose in. The Capital defensemen are going to have to be prepared to play John Cullen one-on-one.
Well, the Caps' new scoring hero in the recent 2-game road trip. An unlikely source, but the Caps will take it from Tim Berglund.
They certainly will. Timmy Berglund, a very versatile forward. That's why he's back in the lineup. Tonight he's playing right wing. Had great success at center with Dale Hunter out, but he's playing with a lot of confidence. 2 goals and an assist the other night. He was a big part of that victory. And another guy we've got to watch is Dale Hunter. After missing 4 games with his suspension, he's back in the lineup, been working out by himself a little bit with the skip checks. He says he's ready to play tonight, and he's used to these Hartford Whalers because he's spent so many seasons with the Nordiques.
Al Koken is standing by downstairs here, and before the national anthem, let's get some final thoughts. Al?
All right, Jeff, I want to expound upon a little bit of what we were talking with to Terry Murray about how do you keep this momentum going now that you come back home. Terry Murray saying it's tough. When you come off a road trip, that first game back is very difficult. So one of the things the Capitals did today to try and keep that road momentum feel going was after practice, instead of allowing the players to disperse and go home, they took everybody to a hotel, had a team meal, and let everybody take their nap or do what they want to do at a hotel, as if they were still on the road. One of the ways the Capitals are trying to get that momentum to continue here tonight against a hungry and desperate Hartford team. We'll see if it pays off. Let's go back upstairs now to Jeff and Craig.
What do you think, Craig? Can that work?
Well, I think it can, Jeff. I think it makes the players focus on the task at hand, and Terry Murray's been using that word focus extensively in the dressing room. He wants his players prepared, and he thought that going over to spend the day at the hotel this afternoon would get the guys together and get them ready for the game tonight.
They had a team lunch today. They want to have their minds on the game. And now let's join Marv Brooks as he introduces tonight's national anthem.
By Elisa Wayne.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alyssa Wayne with the national anthem. Our referee tonight, Bill McQuarrie. Shane Heyer and Brian Murphy will work the lines.
In goal for the Whalers, it's going to be rookie Kay Whitmore. He's a young goaltender still looking for his first win on the year. Whitmore's a flopper with tremendous leg agility, and he tries to use that quickness to stop the puck. For the Capitals, Don Beaupre. He returned to the lineup Friday against Winnipeg, and he posted an impressive 2-1 win. In his last 17 starts, he's 10-5-2.
Starting lineups tonight. We're going to look at Bill McQuarrie offering some last-minute instructions before tonight's opening face-off. It is Cullen at center with Verbeek and Rob Brown. On the defense, Ladouceur and Cote for the Capitals. Kelly Miller at left wing. Mike Ridley at center. And their normal right winger, Dino Ciccarelli. Johansson and Hatcher manning the points. And we are all but set for the face-off.
And Jeff, this is one of the key areas the Capitals and Coach Terry Murray and Coach Don Perpich want them to improve on. The first 5 to 7 minutes, they've really struggled in hockey games. They've had to climb back into the game and get it going, so they want a quick start here tonight.
We are underway. Johansson turns at his own line, being chased there by Brown. Gets it to Hatcher, throws it ahead off Kelly Miller. Tries to clear the zone. Verbeek slaps it ahead. Brown hit by his opposite number, Hatcher. Cleared to Cullen at the side of the net. Ridley knocks it off his stick. Comes to Cote on the right point. Fired behind the Washington net. Ridley moves it along to Ciccarelli. Backhanded. And it's picked up by Ridley. Ridley at center with Miller and Ciccarelli. Gives to Hatcher. Hatcher is trying to throw it in front. Knocked to the corner, and Cullen picks up the loose puck. Cullen on the far side. Flips it ahead. And it ends up in the players' bench. 19:20 left to go here as we're going to look at Rick Lee, and the winless Whalers now are looking at a record of a 9-game string without a victory, including 3 straight at home since the trade, Craig.
Yes, he wants to get his team going, but since the Capitals last met the Whalers, they've had 8 different guys in the lineup tonight that they had the last time they faced the Caps. So I think Rick Lee got to look forward to the rest of the season to try to gel these players together and to perform and get ready for the playoffs.
You mentioned since the last time they played, the Whalers, this is the 3rd and final meeting in regular season play between these 2 teams. The Whalers have won them both. On the far side, Pabanka digs it free. On the board, Huda throws a hit on John Druce. Puck squirts free. Kristich there to dig it out. Trying to work it ahead. Pabanka comes in front. Backhand shot. Knocked down. John Druce with the rebound, and Whitmore stops that. Kristich bumped to the ice there by Zalapsky. Work down the left wing is Krieger. Krieger and Hunter. The 2 of them cross the line, 2-on-2. Langway standing up Hunter. Krieger throws a backhand pass. It was behind a Whaler. Back comes Washington. Pabanka crosses the line. Pabanka tries to throw it in front. Does. Huda there. And he works it to the right side. Mark Hunter, the former Calgary Flame, down the right wing. Bumped along the boards by Savrin. Also an ex-Flame. Here's Kristich. Backhand pass for Tatarnov. Down the right wing for Leach. It was behind him. Comes right back to Tatarnov. And carrying it over the line. Here are the Whalers. They're thwarted at the line. Back comes Stephen Leach for the Capitals. All by himself. Trying to get around Stevens. Poke to the corner. Kevin Dineen is there. Goes off Dale Hunter. Backhanded by Dineen. Alan May knocking it down. But it's Stevens around behind the Whaler net. Throws it out in front. Here come the Whalers. Left wing pass behind Sear. At center, bumped by Iafrate, but able to dump it in the Washington zone. Beaupre works it around the glass. On the wing, Alan May lets it go. Cote gets it to Stevens. Stevens steps up to center, dumps it in the Washington zone. Trapped there by Beaupre. He works it ahead for Dale Hunter. Right out of the stick of a Whaler, but knocked down was Dineen, and we've got our first penalty of the hockey game. We'll have the call for you. 17:37 left. We'll be back.
Genuine draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place. All my friends, Miller's old fire.
The Hartford Whalers are a very aggressive forechecking hockey team, and they turn the puck over, try to get something going, and Dale Hunter, being the 3rd man back, has to pull down Kevin Dineen. He's walking the circle trying to get a shot on Beaupre, so Dale Hunter in the penalty box for the Capitals.
Cullen, Verbeek, and Brown up front as the Whalers get the first power play of the evening. They are 18th overall in the National Hockey League power play efficiency with a 16.7% average. The Capitals still number 1 overall in penalty killing. Verbeek steers it ahead for Cullen, but Wrigley knocks it down, gets it to Kelly Miller. Miller's shot, Whitmore the save, Wrigley the rebound, and his backhand goes wide. Cullen picks up the puck in the corner, leads the Whalers attack to the line. The ex-Penguin tries to throw it ahead, and it's intercepted by Wrigley. Wrigley lets one go. Whitmore the pad save, and the rebound cleared by Zalapsky down to the Capitals' blue line. Mike Wrigley, not once but twice, breaking up Whaler passes.
And the Whalers a little bit disorganized. They've got a lot of new faces out there on the power play. Zalapsky, Dineen, a forward playing defense, along with John Cullen.
Here's Dineen across the line, gets away from Druce. His shot goes wide. Cullen tries to pick it up behind the net, works it back for Dineen, but Langway finds John Druce. Druce to Dave Tippett. The ex-Whaler crosses the line. Here's Tippett, top of the circle, feeding it back to Druce. The return pass to Tippett, and his backhand goes wide. Verbeek, with a total of 49 seconds, throws it ahead here for Brown at center. Return pass for Cullen. Cullen down the right wing. Bumped along the boards by Langway. Brown comes in to help out. Gets it to Dineen, a one-timer, and it's wide of Beaupre. John Cullen tries to work it to the point. Backhanded, knocked down by Iafrate. The loose puck cleared by John Druce. Off the boards, but not out. And then working it down into neutral ice there was Dave Tippett. Zalapsky for Brown. Tries to backhand a pass ahead for Cullen. Beaupre out of the net. Knocked down by Krieger. He gets it to Brown. Brown looking to Krieger. Scores! 1-0. The Whalers with a power play goal. Krieger pulls the trigger, his 12th goal of the year, and the Whalers lead early.
And the Whalers work the puck down low. Rob Brown double, trying to look for the late guy coming into the zone, and Todd Krieger just redirects the puck 5-hole past Don Beaupre, but a good play out of the corner by Rob Brown, working against Ali Afridi. Ali Afridi looking for the pass to John Cullen, who was also there. Langway taking Cullen, but Krieger walking free towards the net. Dave Tippett unable to get back and get the stick on him.
Rob Brown getting the assist. Krieger's 12th. And it is 4:09. We have a 1-0 Hartford lead. Berglund, elite pass for Cicerelli. Turned around at the line by big number 33 of the Hartford Whalers, and that's Jim McKenzie. Keep an eye on him tonight. That goes back to the Hartford blue line, cleared along the boards. Johansson gets it to Berglund at the line. Berglund dumping it in, but Ladouceur there. And work it ahead. McKenzie is hit by Berglund. There's a couple of trains. Tomlak on the left wing, stood up by Hatcher. Kastelik tied up by Johansson. And it's Berglund working it ahead. Tomlak throwing a hit on him. A shot by Hatcher again on McKenzie. Johansson gets it to Hatcher. Hatcher from center winds up. A shot goes wide of Whitmore. Cote works it ahead. This is Tomlak throwing it ahead too far for McKenzie. And the Caps change on the fly, as do the Whalers.
Not much room out there in that shift, Jeff. A lot of big men out there. Kastelik, McKenzie, Afridi, Hatcher. Not much ice to skate with.
Dino Cicerelli bumped as he skated off by one of the Whalers. Some talking going on at the respective benches. We'll keep an eye on that. Sabrin takes a hit, but able to move it ahead for Druce, who feeds to Palaka at center. Palaka crosses the line. Tries to work it in front for Druce. He is turned around, and a penalty upcoming. The Caps will go on the power play. 14:25 left. Stay tuned. The Caps get their first power play of the opportunity of the evening.
Welcome to Hardee's Map. 1 + 1 + 1 equals 1. Yes, right now at Hardee's, 3 regular hamburgers equal $1. 6 burgers equal $2. 9 burgers $3. And 12 burgers equal only $4. 12 is the limit. So let's review. At Hardee's, 1 + 1 + 1 equals +1. But only for a limited time. So don't be tardy. Plus, no running in the holes.
Well, former Philadelphia Flyer farmhand John Stevens picks up an interference penalty. John Druce driving to the net, and Stevens, a young defenseman, played a few years in the minors, interferes with him. Dale Hunter trying to throw that puck out to the slot. Stevens gets called with the interference penalty.
Capitals have struggled on the power play, ranked 12th in the NHL overall, but in their last home game here against the Los Angeles Kings, a couple of power play goals in the 3-3 tie. Let's see what they can do here tonight. From the draw. Caps controlling the offensive zone. Johansson tries to keep it in, unable to do so. Caps will regroup to neutral ice. Backpedaling, Hatcher at his own line. Tries to feed Johansson. It was behind him. Again, the Caps must regroup. Ridley takes the pass from Johansson, crosses the line, and then dumps to the corner. Ladouceur first back for the Whalers. Tries to work it ahead, comes to Hatcher at the point. He feeds ahead to Kelly Miller. Miller for Cicerelli. Cicerelli is turned around. The play goes right on. Kelly Miller trying to feed it in front. Picked up by Ladouceur, and he calmly flips the puck back into the Washington zone. 1:19 left in the minor penalty to Stevens. The Caps on the power play. The Whalers, the lone goal, power play goal of their own. Backhanded into the Hartford zone. Zalapsky is there. He works it to the opposite side for Huda, and it's cleared off the boards right to Tatarnov. Tatarnov got it caught up in his skates. Here's a drive by Krieger. The save, Beaupre, and he'll hold on with a couple of Whalers cruising on the doorstep. Todd Krieger, who got the goal earlier, had another glorious scoring opportunity there, Craig.
He sure did, and he's been a big part of this Whaler team. He gets a good chance here, killing penalties. He's got great speed. He breaks behind Tatarnov. Tatarnov can't find the puck in his skates. He's looking to create a 2-on-1, and at the last minute tries to fire at 5-hole because Ali Afridi took the oncoming Hartford Whaler forward, nullifying that pass across. But Krieger gets away, a good shot, but Beaupre quickly closes up that 5-hole.
57 seconds left in the minor penalty to Stevens. Yake and Krieger up front for the Whalers to kill off the remaining seconds. Tatarnov from the drop controls for the Capitals at the side of his own net. Here's Tatarnov, the young Soviet, skates to the line. He's to center, flips the backhand to the corner. Huda is there, slapping it off the glass and down the ice, right on Don Beaupre. Being it up there for Tatarnov. Going it ahead for Pabaka, down the right wing to center. Pabaka for Druce, looking for Hunter. Knocked down, Krieger. Getting it ahead here for Yake. Yake, the return feed to Krieger on the left wing. His centering pass cut off by Tatarnov. Flipped ahead on the backhand to John Druce at center. Druce crosses the line, flips it to Hunter. Hunter for Pabaka. Top of the circle. Pabaka works to the corner. Feeds to Hunter on the half board. Thrown in front off Pabaka, and it's wide. Hunter in the wraparound, thrown in front. Now it's work all the way down the ice. Cote slaps it around the boards. And the Whalers get some fresh legs, as do the Capitals. Team's back to full strength. Hunter inside the circle. Feeds to Hatcher. Clearing pass for Johansson. Good burst of speed. He finds Kristich. Top of the circle. Whitmore makes the save, and the puck squirted free down the short side, but wide of the open corner. Verbeek turned around by Kristich. Leaps there. Gets it back to Kristich. Right in front for Johansson. He shoots. Oh, he didn't shoot. He held on to the puck. And it's flipped ahead. Cote feeds to John Cullen. Cullen trying to feed behind Rob Brown. Brown is bumped along the boards by Hatcher. Johansson getting it ahead for Berglund. Berglund down the right wing and over the line. Berglund from the corner. Turned around. Leach is dumped. No penalty. Here's a drive by Kristich. Cullen has stopped it. He doesn't know where it is, and I believe it's tied up at the side of the net. And Kay Whitmore gives the puck to the linesman. And the Whalers, a successful penalty kill. But how about Johansson here?
And a great pass by Kristich through Cote's feet right to Johansson. He makes the move. He has him beat, but Whitmore's a flopper. And he rolled off his stick at the last minute, but Whitmore with that double leg slide. He's so quick. His feet are so quick. He slides across and really takes away that angle, not giving Calle Johansson a lot to shoot at.
So the face-off in the Whalers zone, 11:33 left to go here in the first period. Hartford by a goal. In the corner, Alan May. Tied up with Shaw. Tomlak in there to dig it free. Works to Costello. Tippett has him tied up. Stevens tries to work it free. Backhands to the line, but not out. Iafrate dumps to the open corner. Alan May is bumped. Now Dave Tippett. Held along the boards by Stevens, tries to work it free. Kyprios is there. He gets it to Alan May. May takes a shot, then lets one go. Deflected wide of Whitmore. Kastelik on the far side. Ex-Capital centers a pass. Iafrate knocked down by the puck, but was able to clear, but the Whalers dump it back in. Here's McKenzie's drive. Beaupre gets a piece of it with his glove hand. Kyprios dumps to center. Over the stick of Alan May. Also over the stick of Stevens, who works to the head here for Huda. Huda, lead pass for McKenzie, backhanded into the Washington zone. Whalers again get some fresh legs as they change on the go. Langway, lead pass for Ridley, cross ice right on the stick of Kevin Dineen. Dineen across the line, hit by Tatarnov, still with the puck. Goes off Langway, comes right back to Dineen, and Beaupre makes a stick save. Huda between the circles, blocked by Sear. Whalers will regroup. Zalapsky to Huda, dump to the open corner. Beaupre tried to trap it, unable to do so. Tatarnov works it the other way and down the ice. Huda racing after it. Icing's been waved off. This is Huda. Around his net. Going it ahead, right out of the stick of Cicerelli, who's bumped by Parker. Dineen, as Parker is turned around. Tatarnov throws a hit there on Dineen. Play's been whistled down. Sear right there. Dineen comes over and has a few words. And we've got some penalties. We'll sort things out and have the call when we return.
These beautiful scenes are brought to you by Subaru to let you know that it's now Spring Value Days at your Subaru dealer, where you can get a Subaru Legacy with air conditioning, AM/FM stereo cassette, cruise control, and more at savings of over $2,200. come to your Subaru dealer. Because while some cars can handle this kind of weather, a Subaru is also built to handle this kind. Hurry in for great savings today during the Subaru Spring Value Days.
Well, Kevin Dineen for the Whalers with his head down, trying to pick up a loose puck in the neutral zone. Comes off the boards, he's got his head down, but at the last minute, as a player, you can feel the defense coming up on you, Jeff. And at the last minute, Dineen just moved his head a little bit, forcing Tarnoff to go through him and just caught him with a piece of his elbow. The referee McCreary called Tarnoff for the elbowing penalty.
So the Whalers with another opportunity to add to their lead. They have a power play goal already this evening and lead 1-0. Cullen from the corner. Bumped along the boards by Johansson. Still has control of the puck. Cullen in the corner on the near side. Tries to work it to the point. Goes off for Beek. Hatcher works it around on the glass. Dineen able to keep it in. No. Now straddling the line at center. It's for Beek with the puck. Gets it ahead for Zalapski. Zalapski across the line. The ex-Penguin tries to go short side, but Johansson works it down around the boards and to neutral ice. Ridley trying to poke it away from Dineen. Mike Ridley across the line. He's got John Druce with him. Decides to retreat and then throws it back to Langway inside the Washington blue line. Langway works it ahead for John Druce at center. In over the line. Zalapski has him tied up. And a delayed penalty upcoming here. The Whalers called for a holding. And that will nullify the power play opportunity. We'll be back. A holding call against Zalapski.
Question: how can you help stop America's growing dependence on foreign oil? Slow down. It can save over 4 million gallons of gasoline a day. Let's put our energy into saving it. Question: how can you help stop America's growing dependence on foreign oil? Proper tire inflation. It can save over 4 million gallons of gasoline a day. Let's put our energy into saving it.
The newly acquired Z-Man, Zarley Zalapski, gets caught. John Druce playing one-on-one with Zalapski, uses a change of speed, and he had Zalapski beat because he was going wide there. Zalapski, no other option except to pull him down, or John Druce could have curled around him and drove towards that net.
Well, Zalapski acquired by these Whalers from Pittsburgh. Eddie Johnson, the former Penguins GM, now here in Hartford, says we needed someone on the blue line to score goals, especially with the extra man. Zalapski out there in that situation, but they're called in the defensive zone. Krieger getting it ahead here and across the line. Yake off his stick to the near side. Krieger gets it right back to Yake, who turns. Throws it to the point. Nobody there. Cote quickly scrambles back from center. Feeds ahead off the stick of Krieger. Comes right back to Cote at his own blue line. He gets it to Ladouceur. Ladouceur turning away from Kristich. Backhands off Yake. Cote works it down to the Washington line. Langway to Iafrate. Caps in 22 seconds from now. We'll have the power play as Tarnov skates back onto the ice. Iafrate stood up along the far board. Sear is bumped. Comes down the right wing. Sear as Yake heads off. With one hand feeds to Ladouceur. Ladouceur bumped along the boards by Pavaka. Iafrate works it ahead for Johansson. Johansson looking for Pavaka. Knocked over his stick. He heads to the bench. Tarnov's on. The Caps now with a power play for the next 56 seconds. Here's Johansson. A lead pass for Dale Hunter at the line. Hunter with a burst of speed. Crosses the blue line. Feeds to Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli works it around on the boards. Hunter bumped by Huda. Puck from Druce comes to Hatcher at the point. In front. Here's Hunter. Scores! Dale Hunter on the backhand. A power play goal. We're tied.
Well, Dale Hunter for the Caps picks up his 15th goal of the year, a power play goal, and he's hanging around the front of Whitmore. Whitmore down on him as soon as the shot's coming from the point from Kevin Hatcher. He makes the initial stop, but Dale Hunter, nice to be back in the lineup after missing 4 games. He roofs it top corner over the fallen Whitmore. Knocks the water ball right off the clip, Jeff.
Well, a nice way to return after missing the last 4 games, and he's in this game in a hurry, which is what Terry Murray wanted.
and he'll be on the bench giving it to some of the guys. A lot of the guys kidding him today, Jeff. Hunter who? Dale who? Who's this coming back into the lineup? Who's here? Who's there? And Dale Hunter taking a lot of ribbing in the dressing room today.
Dale Hunter's 15th of the year. Hatcher and Drew Straw assist at 12:32. The power play goal has tied this one up 1-1. Hatcher lifting it high in the air and down the ice. Huda stops at the side of his own net, steps in front. Huda works it ahead, intercepted again by Dale Hunter. Hunter for Leach, and his shot high over top of the net and wide. Caps doing a good job of cutting off the Whalers' passes at the Whale line. Down the right wing, Castellet. Hunter comes right to Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher backpedals the side of the net, works it around for Leach. Leach turning away from Tomlak. Out of the stick of Castellet, knocking it down as Johansson and quickly feeding into the corner. Leach works it ahead for Hunter. Hunter to Hatcher. Hatcher across the line, top of the circle. The wrist shot goes wide of the far post. Tim Berglund keeps it in for the Capitals, works it to the near side. Hatcher there to cut it off, tied up by McKenzie. Hatcher turns and fires it behind the net. Dave Tippett to Alan May. Tippett hit in the corner, quickly regains his feet, but it's the Whalers able to dump it and to the Washington zone. Hartford changing on the fly. Berglund at center, flips to the open corner. Shaw turns. Whalers defenseman, quick feed to John Cullen at center. He rifles it into the Washington zone. Here on the near side, Iafrate there for the Capitals, looking for Berglund. Berglund, a lead pass for Kyprios, who's bumped. Puck in neutral ice now for Beak, and Brown doing a number on Berglund. But it's Sabernet, quick pass to Ridley. Ridley moving in with one hand. Lets the shot go. Whitmore unable to see it, but play was whistled down as the referee McCreary lost sight of the puck. The loose puck standing right there on the doorstep, but Whitmore able to hold his ground. Al Koken standing by downstairs. Let's join Al. Al? We're having a little technical problem there with Al. We'll rejoin him for a Washington Post update in just a moment. How about that Whitmore? He didn't know where it was, and it was standing right there in front of the goalpost. But nobody there able to bat it away, and McCreary finally whistling play down, Craig, as he lost sight of the puck.
He was fortunate on that, Jeff, because it went between his pads and it kicked out the other side. He thought he had it covered, but the referee, McCreary, on this side of the goaltender, on the right side of the goal, couldn't see the far side and couldn't see that the puck was still loose. Ridley still did get another whack at after his initial shot.
Mike Ridley set in the face-off circle, wins the draw to Tarnov's wrist shot deflected. Whitmore got a piece of it here on the near side. Cicerelli. Kelly Miller. Miller held along the board. Cicerelli able to keep it in, but then his glove to head and play finally whistled down on the glove pass. Dino Cicerelli, what, 8 shots in Edmonton, no goals. Dino said he's feeling great. Feels that he's got the edge, but hey, 8 shots and no goals against the Oilers.
That's right, and 5 against Winnipeg, Jeff, so he's getting some quality opportunities. He's shooting the puck. Whenever he gets over that blue line, he's been told to shoot the puck. That way you can create some chances, a rebound off Whitmore, someone else following up in the play can whack it into the net.
Here's Kelly Miller. Getting it ahead for Ridley. Cicerelli with him. Ridley turns top of the circle. Ridley has it knocked off his stick. Back in neutral ice, this is to Tarnov. For Ridley, out of serve. Tying him up, but he's able to get it to Kelly Miller. Miller bumped along the boards. Krieger. Well, the Whalers being chased by Cicerelli. Krieger back to his own line. Bumped by Cicerelli again, but able to make the play, and it's in the Washington zone. Johansson is bumped by Hunter. Here's Kelly Miller from center. Long shot going wide of Whitmore. Zalapsky picks up the loose puck and leads the Whaler attack. Quick lead pass for Huda. He was dragged to the open corner. Hatcher back for the Capitals. Now centering pass looking for Sear in front, but the Caps intercept, and it's Kristich. A lead pass for Pavanka. Looking for John Gruce down the left wing. Just missing with that pass. Gruce still able to get it. Throws it out in front. Kristich was tied up. Michael Pavaka in front for Johansson, and he tipped it wide. Deneen bumping with Johansson. Comes to the open corner here on the near side. Hatcher, chased there by Sear, works it to the opposite side. Kristich looking for Johansson. Comes right back to Kristich, and he carries, poked out his stick. But then backhanded by the Capitals to center ice. Now stepping up in the play is Zalapski. Zalapski throwing it in front, and the backhand pass for Deneen just missed. Deneen and Zalapski bump. Couple players bumping on the other side. Play goes right on. Sabrin's got a couple of the Whalers tied up, and here's Hunter feeding it to Leach. Leach top of the circle. Whitmore the save, and he'll hold on. Cullen and Sabrin having words.
And in front of the goal, Stephen Leach pushing around with Shaw. So a lot of action at both ends of the ice. All the guys trying to get involved. Zalapski trying to get at Alan May now. Dale Hunter right in the thick of things. Sear and Cullen both involved down in the corner with Sabrin. Alan May giving Cullen a little push. Now they've all came down towards the Capital zone right in front of Don Beaupre.
Well, I don't think too much is going to develop here, but we now have corrected our problems with Al Koken. Let's join Al on the Washington Post update. Al?
All right, thanks, Jeff. As they get everything sorted out here, we've got a couple scores to report to you on the Washington Post scoreboard. Mario Lemieux, his 12th of the year. That gives the Pittsburgh Penguins a 1-0 lead over the Canadiens. That game at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. Joe Sakic, one of the goal scorers for Quebec, his 40th of the year. Guess you can say this is the Eric Lindros Derby game. Right now, it's a 2-all tie between the Maple Leafs and the Nordiques at Le Colisée. That also in the first period. Let's go back upstairs now and rejoin Jeff and Craig.
Well, how about that? John Cullen gets the lone penalty. And unsportsmanlike conduct is the call, so the Capitals, after tying up the game with a power play goal off the stick of Dale Hunter, will go with the extra man again here.
Coach Rick Lee, 66, 66, and 18 in his 150-game career. And it all starts in the far corner. John Cullen, Sabrin, and Paul Sear all roughing it up in there. Paul Sear, instead of going for the puck, which was just sitting there, John Druce quickly picks it up to Dale Hunter, and they're both shoving and pushing with Ken Sabrin. The Capitals break down 4-on-3. They're not worried about what's happening in their own zone. They've got the puck. They're breaking down. These two guys, Sear and Cullen, trying to get the whistle to be blown so both guys could go up, because they know it's a 4-on-3 going the other way, Jeff. But unfortunately, or fortunately for the Capitals, John Cullen gets nailed with the penalty.
There you see the power play efficiency for the evening. The Capitals overall in the NHL, now with 56 power play goals coming in tonight, 12th overall in the National Hockey League. Short-handed, the Whalers 7th overall. Of course, the Caps are number 1. Here's the loose puck. Johansson pinching in off the point. Gets it to Hatcher. Quick feed to Cicerelli. Back to Hatcher, but it's knocked away and down the ice by Tomlin. Hatcher for the Capitals. Goes it ahead here for Johansson. A quick lead pass for Kelly Miller. Miller crosses the line. Feeds to Ridley. Ridley on the half board. Stops with the puck. Feeds to Johansson. Johansson through traffic fires a shot. Whitmore sees it. The rebound. Left loose. And Cote skates away from the net and then dumps it down the ice right on Don Beaupre.
And the Caps on the road trip, really 0 for 1 in both games, so not a lot of power play opportunities in either Winnipeg or Edmonton.
Here's Mike Ridley across the line. Ridley puts the brakes on. Feeds to Johansson, back to Ridley. Ridley, top of the circle, finds Dale Hunter. Back to Ridley on the half board. To Hunter at the side. Hunter turns with the puck. Dale Hunter gets it to Johansson. Hatcher's one-timer. Whitmore making the save on the short side. Ridley trying to dig it free. Comes to Dale Hunter. Hunter walks right in, fires his shot. It's deflected wide. Ridley gets it to Hatcher. 44 seconds left. Hatcher to Hunter. Hunter looking. Finds Johansson at the far side. Johansson works it to the top of the circle. Hatcher's one-timer deflected by Cicerelli, and it's wide. Cleared by Yake down the ice into the Washington zone. 28 seconds left in the penalty to Cullen. Here's to Tarnov. To center. Tarnov crosses the line. Stops, turns, feeds to Kristich. For Pavaka. Pavaka Looking in front, through traffic, fires a shot. It's knocked down by the Whalers. Sear and Zalapsky are down. And McCreary says move the puck along, but then finally whistles play down with 2 seconds left in the minor. Shots on goal to this point in time with 1:21 left. The Caps have 11, the Whalers 4, but we're tied on the scoreboard at 1.
And the Whalers playing a tight-knit diamond in front of the Capitals, trying to set up the umbrella. And the defenseman for the Whalers very aggressive. When they charge out at the Capitals, they use their sticks a lot, Jeff, pushing the Capital forwards away. But that one man in front, Dale Hunter, in that particular shift, was able to stand alone because there was 2 Capitals down low and only 1 defenseman in the diamond trying to cover 2 guys creates some problems in front of Whitmore.
Michael Pivonka, John Druce, and Dmitry Kristich up front. Tatarnov and Langley on the points. Tomlak in for this critical faceoff. Here's Tatarnov's wrist shot, knocked down and held on by Brad Shaw.
Whitmore, some impressive numbers in the minors, Jeff. 20 wins down there, and he's been impressive. With the 2 goalies injured, he's been called on duty. Sederkwitz supposedly coming back this weekend against New Jersey at home in Hartford Saturday night, which is another big game in the Patrick Division with New Jersey visiting Hartford.
Coach Terry Murray, who knew today coming in just how important this game was, had the team bedded down for the afternoon in the Washington area hotel, wanted the players to concentrate on this game. They had a team meal earlier this afternoon, one of the local restaurants, and he talked about the importance all day long. Caps looking at sole possession of 4th place in the Patrick Division with a victory here tonight. Cleared by Zalapsky to center. Tatarnov steps up, fires a shot offside the call at the Hartford blue line. 1:05 left to go here in the first period. Caps right back home here Thursday night against the Quebec Nordiques. Tickets remaining for that hockey game. And how about that? The Caps with a new club record. 138 games without being shut out.
The last goalie to shut him out, Jeff, was Jacques Cloutier.
Cullen and Ridley do the honors. It's Zalapsky. Getting across ice for Shaw. Lead pass for Cullen across the line. Cullen trying to control the bouncing puck. Zalapsky steps up. Off for beat. Right to Beaupre, and he holds on with 54 seconds left to go here in the first period.
Beaupre coming out against Winnipeg after being off on a 2-week injury, his groin, and he's come back against Winnipeg. Had a strong performance. First star of the game. Led the Caps to a 2-1 victory Friday night. Mike Liut played Sunday in Edmonton, rotated the goalies, and Don Beaupre back between the pipes tonight for the Caps.
What do you think, Terry Murray going to rotate these guys for the rest of the way?
A la New York Rangers? I'm not sure. I think he's going to go with the hot hand, Jeff.
Mike Ridley, Rob Brown. Doing the honors as Cullen is chased from the circle. McGraw. Puck ends up behind the Washington net, picked up by Hatcher, flipped high in the air. Shaw knocks it down at center. It was off Cullen, right back to Shaw, who quickly feeds to Cullen. Cullen to Verbeek. Verbeek winds up with a shot. Beaupre the glove save, and he gives to Johansson. Johansson a lead pass. Mike Ridley to Hatcher, flips to the open corner. Whitmore out to trap it. Now turns with Ridley there, but Mike Ridley has the puck for the Capitals, trying to throw it in front, gets it to Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli with 20 seconds left, stops. Kelly Miller dumped in front. Mike Ridley couldn't control the pass, and it's Zalapsky to Brown. Rob Brown, 2-on-1, in over the line. Brown drops it to Verbeek, and his shot goes wide of the far post. The rebound picked up by Ciccarelli with 6 seconds left, 2-on-1. Ciccarelli to Miller. Miller's shot is blocked by Cote, and turning is Verbeek as the horn goes to end the first period. 2 goals in that period, both power play goals. Krieger for the Whalers and Dale Hunter, upon his return from the 4-game suspension, gets his 15th of the year. We are tied 1-1. This is the Home Team Sports Television Network.